4 years at Commonwealth, a slideshow, freshman year. I am a person with a lot of energy, and with this energy, I power through volumes of Dickens, Austen, but more often than not, my tattered and tea-stained copy of Harry Potter. This energy, however, is not as useful when you are trying to write your first set of Commonwealth English and history essays. These essays, though they are the product of countless hours of work, are scatterbrained, with extraneous connections to other works of literature or time periods, and little to no proper punctuation. And yet, though I am honestly not sure why, they are all I care about. They are my chance to prove myself. My history teacher was excited by my willingness to connect apparently disparate events. But my English teacher, on the other hand, was boggled by my unwillingness to read the actual words of the text before me. Both, however, had the same general feeling. This girl is interesting, but man, she cannot write. Sophomore year. The school has rallied in a way I did not believe possible in the wake of Shira's death. The school has united with mutual love and kindness, nursing an unspeakable wound. I am confused and lost, but I am feeling it in the company of all of my peers, and we sit here in Bible class as Ms. Haber leads an open discussion. She calls upon all of us to say what we think and how we feel, as we painfully acknowledge Shira's empty chair looming next to us. This real-life experience of a crisis in which one turns to religion was not what any of us were thinking when we had signed up for this elective. And yet, here we are, a small group of sophomores, taking on the biggest religious hurdle that exists. I am not religious, nor are the majority of people in this class, but we have spent so much time this year immersed in religious texts that we find ourselves talking about them, making reference to them, finding solace in them. Job and Leviticus, the 10 Commandments and the 4 Gospels. We open our source books and Bibles and look for solutions. This is the Commonwealth experience permeating into the very center of ourselves, how we deal with grief. We felt pain and confusion, and so we read. We made associations, and from this, we cobbled together a new understanding of the world. Junior year. 4E is the classroom where I spend each morning before school. This room is a haven. Here, there are a mix of people talking as they drink their coffee or tea or Red Bull and finish up their homework. In this half hour, friends straggle in, people yawn and stretch, and yet there is much yelling about sports or fantasy football, talk about tests that day, and confusion over homework. 4E, with its white walls and big old windows, has, seemingly of its own accord, helped me to develop a strong network of new friendships. Before exams in US history, we draw timelines on the board and test each other on chronology. 4E has cacti on the windowsill that someone has brought in. This has spurred a joke that we live here, and next we will add a sofa and a beanbag. I haven't forgotten about last year. It's still there, and I haven't all of a sudden become a fan of football or video games. But this family-like environment helps to both heal and mask last spring. It is this masking quality, a lesson on learning to accept and making it through, that is the fundamental aspect of the Commonwealth experience. Learning to deal, to grip, to handle, is the aspect of the Commonwealth process that I'm going through right now. Not just emotionally, but also in how you deal with the seemingly unending workload. Junior spring, grit your teeth and do it. The burning questions that we pondered last year in Bible may be gone, replaced with friends and loud noises, but they are still there somewhere, hiding, waiting for a more leisurely moment, a time where there are no research papers to write or APs to take. Junior year is about making it through, and these friends are helping me to do it. Senior year. My dad has often commented on the length of Commonwealth English assignments, saying that they are essentially essays unto themselves. But it has never occurred to me until tonight that these assignments are more incredible than any essay I have ever written. I think, in part, I never noticed because there was never a chance to stop and think. But now that senior spring has sprung, I can finally see the beauty of the Commonwealth essay assignment. They are beautiful because they allow each student to arrive, at her own pace, to the pithy heart of a story. The essay I'm writing is on Joyce's A Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man. And Miss Bluestein, through her leading questions, has created a unique circumstance in which I am able to derive and comprehend huge themes by examining 4 lines of text. Themes about religion and Ireland and Greek mythology and how hard it is to grow up. I am on fire. I am in flow. And it was Miss Bluestein who brought me here. And because of this, I am aware, for the first time, not only of my teachers' kindness and openness, but also of their undeniable genius. It has taken 4 years, but I have to admit, I am a convert. It has happened. I value close reading, even if I still think better than I write.